Hello, Scorpio friends. If your sun, moon, or rising falls into the sign of Scorpio, then this is your reading. We're going to take a look at the month ahead for September, and we're going to see what the general overall energy is going to look like, as well as your spiritual path, your career and finance, and love. So I have pre-pulled some cards for you, and then we will get into the tarot spread a little later in your reading, but let's jump right in. So this first card is going to represent your general overall theme, as well as your spiritual path. So we have number 54, and this is lilac. It says higher realms and magic. So let's read from the book on this one and see what Archangel Metatron has to say for you for this month. And this is, when did you stop believing in magic? The realm of magic and enchantment is everywhere. The search for gold at the end of the rainbow, the glow of the moon, fairy rings, and the underwater world of the coral reefs, the dew on fresh grass, and the twinkling stars. As children, we believed in fairy tales. We looked up to the princesses and princes and sat open-mouthed at visions of fantasy. To have reached the moon, man needed to have looked up and dreamed it possible. You too now need to reach higher, dream bigger, and feel the magic of life stirring around you again. Believing in the angelic realm also brings much comfort and support at this time. Meditating on the lilac angelic palace of this card helps you to attune to connect into this reality and to feel angelic presence around you. This is Metatron at his softest, at his most gentle, and at his most magical. Lilac is also a powerful purifier, so allow it to dissolve any negativity or sadness around you, as well as any fear of opening up to higher realms. The lilac ray also asks you to question what you believe. Chosen by deeply spiritual people who are often called to serve spirit in some way, you may question aspects of spirituality, angels, and source energy. Maybe you have had moments of doubt and crisis of faith. The lilac ray will pull you magnetically back to explore more, question more, and seek deeper truths. It is your soul calling to you, reminding you that you are so much more than just a physical body. You are soul leading a physical life, not the other way around. You may also use this lilac energy to bring balance where you have been out of equilibrium. Containing both red and blue rays, lilac effortlessly calms and balances two separate ends of the color spectrum and can now support and heal your body, mind, and spirit. A powerful, transformative, magical ray. Connect to lilac and let it remind you that all stories start with once upon a time. All right. I love this. It did give me like fairy tale energy with the castle. And yes, it feels like you're being called to start the story of something, and it does start with once upon a time. So it's like, are you being called to head in a particular direction? Is there something out there that you are working towards that maybe you don't think you can achieve or deserve? I'm even getting Spirit's calling you to reach higher and to dream bigger, because it is possible, whatever this thing is that you're imagining. All right, let's get into your next card for career and finance. And we got this one. So this is Suze Orman. And she is basically a brokerage individual in the United States. She's still alive today. And she has basically learned to master money, how to get it, how to keep it, how to hold it, how to make it grow, all of that good stuff. So what it says on the card here is personal debt is a free education in finance. And then risk isn't always worth the risk. And afford to loan good advice. All right. So when you're thinking about how you can grow your money and how you can grow your fortune, is there maybe a class that you need to take that would help you understand finances a little better? Maybe you have not ever been good with money, and you're looking to improve your credit score. So there's, plenty of information out there and people teaching you how to invest in particular stocks and trading and that sort of thing. And then this also may be a call to call on a professional when it is time to achieve that for yourself. All right, and I do also want to let you know as well that I am using today in the reading a patchouli incense, which I have put the intent in to draw in for you wealth, abundance, and prosperity. All right, let's get into your love situation. So for love, we got this card, which is honesty. The energy of honesty supports our choice to be courageously truthful and genuine with kindness and tact. All right, that's very important because, it's one thing to speak the truth to somebody, but it's another thing to do it with kindness and tact. So maybe that's something that you are in the process of learning how to do, right? Scorpios are very close to Sagittarius, and Sagittarius tend to have the foot and mouth syndrome, which is blurt out truths, right? I don't think Scorpio is as much like that, but maybe they do since they're, sister signs. Maybe this is something that has gotten you in trouble in the past, either not being honest entirely or being too brutally honest. That's what this is giving me. So the only thing that you're being encouraged to do here is, first of all, speak the truth. Be honest and truthful about whatever it is that you are discussing, okay? But also do it with kindness and tact, because this is what's going to attract in love for you. So if you're already in a relationship, it is super important to be honest, right? Tell them everything and be upfront about everything. Because when we start to hide information, that's when things can fall apart in the background. So if you are single, it's very important to be honest with somebody up front, and they will respect you for that in the long run. And if it's not your person, right, you're speaking your honest truth, even you're doing it with kindness and tact, and they still don't stick around, then don't fret about that, because that wasn't your person to begin with. I just saw 2222. So I also pulled this card for you, and we got the unicorn, and this very much felt like these two would be playing in the same realm, right? We have success, hope, freedom, healing, and magic are all available to you if you just believe. That's two cards now that signify magic. All right? So this one's number 33. So that's double digits. What is it about the things that you're pursuing that maybe could use a little more imagination, right? Success, hope, freedom, healing, and magic. They're all available to you if you just believe. So this is why you're being called to, like, maybe you want to set up a journal for the things that you want to attract into your life this month. Maybe you want to do a dream board, put all of the things that look good to you on paper and then start to manifest it. Start to figure out what it is you need to do to bring those things to reality. And then be honest with yourself about the goals that you're setting for yourself. All right, we're going to jump into the tarot. Let's see what else we can find for this reading. All right. Tell me more for Scorpio, please, for September. What else do we need to know for this reading? We have the Emperor. Yes. That's very much giving me you are the authority of your own life. That could also be Aries energy. So maybe you have a masculine Aries wanting to step in and help you out with something. Then we have rest and rejuvenation. It's also giving me like dreamland. Like dream. Pay attention to your dreams during this time, because you may have something come through with the higher realms and the magic, right? That's going to lead you towards this thing that you're trying to acquire and achieve. The Queen of Swords. Okay, now we have feminine air energy. This might mean that you need to set some boundaries, cut some people off, cut some things off, figure out what it is that's serving you in this life and what's not. Be firm. Take action. Take firm action. Okay, then we have the Sun and the Lovers. Sun is very positive, beautiful energy. So I'm getting that whatever this is that you're trying to manifest, dream bigger. It's like your outcome is favorable. The Sun card is a yes card. The Lovers can signify either divine partnership and or a choice that you're going to need to make here. Let's get one more card, please. One more for this spread. Thank you. The Hermit. All right. And the Hermit is Virgo. So this is now Gemini here. We have Virgo. I'm trying to see what this is. Let me just assess this for 1 second. All right, so the very interesting thing that came forward for me here was the choice is pretty black and white. It's the choice to go outside or to stay inside. As funny as that is, it literally felt like the choice is always yours. Are you in a hermit mode where you feel like you must stay indoors because, you know, hermit and rest and rejuvenation would go together? Is it a time in your life right now where you are just feeling like you need to kind of shut out the world, go on some sort of inner journey, trust in the magic again, you know, be honest with yourself? And then I'm even getting with this, like setting boundaries against people who may try to take your energy or demand your energy from you. Or are you going to choose to go outside and enjoy the sunlight? Enjoy, like being a kid again is what it feels like going to a park or something, going for a walk, you know, being public is what this is. So I'm getting that you're learning the ebb and flow of when to do which. Because there's going to be times where, yep, you're going to want to hermit and be inside, you know, cuddle up with a blanket, watch a movie, or meditate, or again, create your dream board, do whatever this magic and higher realms situation is. And healing, right? What's going to give you the success that you are looking for and that hope for a better future? The freedom from financial debt. Like, I am getting financial debt. And again, that might be another reason that you stay indoors. Maybe you're like, I can't afford to go outside anywhere right now, so I've got to cut off the things that are draining my money supply, you know? You're being honest with yourself, you're budgeting correctly, that sort of thing. But then there's going to be times when you're like, hey, I did pretty good this month. I made a little extra money. Maybe I want to go out and enjoy the sunshine and go spend some money and have a good time. You know what I mean? Whatever this is, it feels like you're figuring it out for yourself. And I'm just going to say good for you. Like, this is really, really good. And a lot of it did stem from you having to spend the time within yourself to figure this out for yourself, to know when it is time to go out, when it is time to stay in, and even the why behind why you need to do it, you know? It's like self-preservation. And self-care can be in the form of going outside and or going inside, right? Now, the Lovers could be here to say that it's just the choice between one or the other, but it could also be love situation, right? Maybe you're meeting somebody that's gonna also be matching your level of knowing when to do this and that, and is also honest, right? And that's just something else to look forward to. We do have masculine and feminine energy on the table here. And the Emperor represents all of the kings who has mastered all of the suits, right? Queen of Swords is, they typically refer to as the divorced one. She's been through some stuff. But she's very intelligent. She's very witty. And she will cut you off in a second, right? So use your intuition with that situation, because it's going to be different for everybody. I gave a bunch of scenarios that this could play out as in, your situations here. All right, next we got these two. So we have the Shield, you are safe from harm, and then the Moon card, you will be guided through the darkness. So in the times that you do need to either go inside or go outside out of self-preservation, you can actually trust that you're protected either way, and that if you feel that you're unsure of what your next steps are and you feel that you are wandering through the darkness, your message here is not to worry about that, because you have protection and you will be guided through this darkness. So if you don't even know what general direction to make your next step in, that's where this hermit mode's going to come in, okay? And to plan ahead, right? Be honest with yourself what it is that you want to manifest in your life. Think about it. Do your journaling, do your dream boarding, and dream big, right? Then you'll start to say, okay, if I need to acquire this, my logical next step is this, and take that step. That's all you can do, one step at a time, right? There's no leaps and bounds here. It's one step. And that's exactly how the hermit operates. I don't know if we can tell in this card, but he typically has his little lantern right there and his walking stick. And the lantern has the star in it. And that's all he can see, is that very one next step. And that's it. So he's taking his inner journey, just trusting that the path will reveal itself once he starts to take the journey. All right, so your archangel that's going to be with you this month is Archangel Charity. So this is Pillar of Service. Serve with a gracious heart and know that God is serving you. So you might be called to do some charity work this month, okay? And I also love how the colors in this very much reflect the colors in these two cards as well. So as you're doing these things that bring you passion, find a way to give back to humanity with it. And your angel number for this month is 6666. This is great blessings. Self-love, boundaries, needs, positivity, wisdom, understanding, letting go, and expansion. Nurture yourself by honoring your needs, desires, and boundaries. Let go of what weighs you down and make space for meaningful experiences. Expand your spirit across all areas of your life. Embrace the big love, opportunities, or job that are about to enter your journey. So maybe this big love is about to enter your situation. And the way that you're going to find it is by knowing when to stay inside and when to go outdoors, right? Your message from Spirit: you need to ignore what everyone else is doing and achieving. Your life is about breaking your own limits and outgrowing yourself to live your best life. You are not in competition with anyone else. Plan to outdo your past, not other people. So there it is. As long as you're doing better than you were yesterday or last month or last year, you're good. And some people even forget to look at their milestones, right? That's part of this honesty situation as well. Like, am I really doing better than I was a year ago or 10 years ago or however many years ago? And if the answer is yes, by any means, then celebrate that. That's like all you can ask for. So just keep going and you're going to keep manifesting beautiful things in your life. All right, my Scorpio friends, this has been your message, so I hope it resonated with you. If it did, go ahead and give it a like, share, subscribe. I would truly appreciate that. You can even put in the comments how it resonated with you, which part of the story. Maybe you know another Scorpio that this message could also resonate with. You could share it with them. If it did not resonate with you, that's okay. Go ahead and check out one of your other signs in your sun, moon, or rising, and maybe there's something in there for you. You can put the pieces together there. But I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. I wish you all a lifetime of happiness, health, wealth, abundance, and so much love. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.